Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A significant moment in American history. Pro-life supporters celebrate the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The impact it will have here in Illinois and Wisconsin.
Plus, some of those pro-life supporters are rallying right now in downtown Rockford.
And Rockford's favorite NBA player is back home at his alma mater. Auburn High School is all to give back to his hometown. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. 5 decades after Roe v. Wade gave women the constitutional right to an abortion, the U.S. Supreme Court says no more. The justices voted 6-3 to overturn the ruling.
Protests as well as celebrations are happening across the country. Pro-life supporters cheered their victory just outside the steps of the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. The decision allows states to decide for themselves whether to ban or allow abortions.
I'm grateful to the Lord that Roe v. Wade has been overturned.
Women without means will suffer.
More than half of the country is now poised to severely restrict or outlaw abortion. Several Democrat-led states are looking into expanding abortion rights access. The Supreme Court justices spoke after their vote.
It's a slap in the face to women about using their own judgment to make their own decisions about their reproductive freedom.
Americans celebrate this historic victory because we know it will save the lives of millions of children.
Here's what today's ruling means here in Illinois. Abortion remains legal. Illinois declared itself a safe haven for abortion care. Many abortion clinics near state borders say they're preparing for an influx of patients.
In Wisconsin, abortion will be banned in most cases. The only exception would be if the mother's life is in danger. It is not illegal for women to leave Wisconsin to get an abortion.
The Diocese of Rockford applauded the justice's decision, but say more work needs to be done to make sure states implement a ban. In a statement, it said, quote, "As people committed to human rights and the protections of both those not yet born and for expectant mothers, we need to engage our representatives by persuasion and by our votes. Our voices can save lives." Abortion rights advocates plan to make their voices heard. Several groups, including the ACLU of Illinois and Equality Illinois, are set to rally in about 20 minutes in Chicago's Federal Plaza. Other groups will hold rallies in the suburbs.
Governor Pritzker says as long as he's governor, he will not take action to ban abortion in Illinois. He's called the General Assembly into special session over the ruling. Pritzker says it's meant to show people the state's commitment to letting women decide for themselves if they want an abortion. That session is expected to happen within the coming weeks. Pritzker also hopes to further expand access to reproductive health care, including abortion care and contraceptives. Stick with Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. We'll provide you updates as they happen on the air here and online. For that information, just head to mystateline.com.
A McChesney Park Marine killed in a training exercise in California will return home next to be laid to rest. Thursday, an escort will bring Nathan Carlson home from O'Hare Airport. The funeral will be held Saturday, July 2nd at Harlem High School, where he graduated in 2019. The time hasn't been finalized just yet. Several groups, including the Patriot Guard and Warriors Watch, have been invited to honor Carlson's life. We have an update to a story we brought you last night. We've learned the Rock County deputy involved in a car crash is still in the hospital. The sheriff's office said the deputy suffered minor injuries. These pictures show just how bad that crash was. It happened just before 4 yesterday in Turtle Township. The deputy was headed to an emergency call and collided with a tow truck at Town Line Road and South Prairie Avenue. The 2 people in the truck are okay. Wisconsin State Patrol is handling the investigation.
After a year of waiting, a young Rockford girl heads to SeaWorld. It's all for Aurora Gorsuch. The Make-A-Wish Foundation granted her wish. Aurora will also get to train and swim with dolphins. She really hopes to see a whale. Aurora has been battling epilepsy.
I think it's really exciting. It's great to celebrate Aurora. I can't think of a kid who deserves it more than she does.
Local police and fire escorted Aurora and her family to the Rockford Airport. She returns next Wednesday. Gamers can now take their favorite video games into the real world. No controller needed. It's called Pixel Playground at Rockford's Discovery Center Museum. The idea is to take popular games like Pokemon, Minecraft, and Angry Birds and show kids the science behind them. Discovery Center's marketing director says this event really appeals to people of all ages.
Video games are fun not only for kids, but their parents have grown up playing video games as well. So a lot of times we're seeing parents coming and enjoying maybe some of the older games, and then the kids enjoying some of the newer games.
Some of the other games featured include Tetris, pinball, and catapults. Following years of talk, Congress takes action on gun reform.
The bill now sits on the president's desk. Even though it's a big victory for Democrats, it's what's not in the bill that has them feeling like they came up short.
Plus, a major economic win for Winnebago County. A multi-million-dollar business will soon call the area home. That's coming up tonight at 6.
The temperatures were once again in the 90s this afternoon. A little bit of a break from the heat is on the way, but not before some rain chances and some stormy weather. I'll have all the details coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
The issue of abortion is not the only historic vote to come out of Washington, D.C. today. Congress took action on gun control.
1 month to the day that a shooter killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas, Congress passes the most sweeping gun bill in 30 years. Basil John keeps you connected to the nation's capital.
The motion is adopted.
Today, we will send legislation to the president's desk for the first time in decades.
This will save lives.
The House on Friday joined the Senate and passed the bipartisan Safer Communities Act. And although some Republicans supported the bipartisan bill, most, like Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, voted no.
They're coming after our Second Amendment liberties, and who knows what it'll be tomorrow. I can only imagine.
The bill requires background checks for gun buyers under 21, provides billions of dollars for mental health services and secure schools, and closes the boyfriend loophole. Some Democrats, like Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, say it didn't go far enough.
It should have banned magazines. It should have banned ghost guns. It should have banned bumper stocks. Should have had storage provisions that are just simple.
But Republicans Rodney Davis of Illinois and Mike Johnson of Louisiana believe this bill went too far.
We don't need more laws and restrictions that make it more difficult for law-abiding, gun-owning citizens to exercise their constitutional rights.
It's not going to help anything. It's going to lead to more errors, more false flags, more backlogs in the NICS system.
The bill now heads to the White House, where the president promises to sign it into law. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
We had nothing but clear, sunny skies today.
But thunderstorms could move into the area tomorrow. Jordan lets us know the chances of those reaching us over the weekend. It's coming up in your First Warn weather forecast.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Plenty of sunshine and clear skies, and along with the high pressure, we're allowing our temperatures all the way up into the 80s and 90s this afternoon. That high pressure remains in the area, but notice what's coming next. This low pressure system eventually will work its way into our area. That could bring rain showers as well as a potential for some isolated thunderstorms during the day tomorrow. Right now, though, temperatures underneath sunny skies are still in the 80s and 90s. 90 in Rockford, 89 Rochelle, 88 in Freeport, 84 out in Galena. Those temperatures will eventually cool down here through the evening tonight underneath clearing skies. Just a few passing clouds with the system passing a little bit to our south and southwest right now. Those clouds in evident here this afternoon showing up on the SkyTrack camera. Just a few of them. Actually, they've disappeared now from the view of the camera. So beautiful blue skies out there on the SkyTrack camera overlooking the Park Hills Golf Course out in Freeport. Temperatures the rest of this evening continue to fall. We're all the way down to the 70-degree mark with partly cloudy skies during the overnight tonight. Rain showers eventually work their way into the area during the later part of the overnight hours into the early part of tomorrow morning. Then temperatures will eventually get back up into the 80s once again. Some isolated thunderstorms eventually work their way in for the afternoon and evening tomorrow. So we time these out the futurecast here. We're underneath mostly clear skies overnight tonight, but clouds increase ahead of this system that'll bring us rain showers mainly after 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Those continue through the later part of the morning as well, a little bit heavier to the southern part of our viewing area, but we continue to see temperatures remain relatively moderated underneath a lot of clouds and rain showers working their way through. We get a little bit of a break, and that'll allow temperatures a nice little bump for the afternoon. Then our second wave of those come through. These isolated showers and storms eventually working their way through during the afternoon, evening are the ones we have to be concerned about. Those will be mainly after 3 o'clock in the afternoon is when those will be working their way in. Skies will eventually begin to clear once again as we head into Sunday behind that cold front. Then we will see those temperatures eventually work their way back down just a little bit, but with these showers and storms, we are under a marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 on the Storm Prediction Center. We need to make sure that we are remaining weather aware with these storms because we could see some gustier winds as well as maybe some small hail associated with those showers and storms working their way through. As far as total rainfall is concerned, we're not really looking at very much. Only about 1/4 of an inch with areas that are not underneath those scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms, which will not really do much of a dent as far as our drought conditions are concerned. But with that cold front, though, we do eventually drop our temperatures back down much closer to normal for the early part of the week and heading into next week as well. So our 7-day forecast looks about like this. We're continuing to see temperatures a little bit warmer initially with that chance of storms. That cold front, though, does come through, brings our temperatures back down. But Eric and Mimi, that's pretty short-lived because we're back up into the upper 80s and even close to 90 degrees as we head into the back end of the week and into early next week as well.
Certainly is staying hot for a while. Jordan, thanks.
Thanks, Jordan.
Back to our top story about the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Emotions are strong no matter which side of the debate you're on.
That's on display right now in downtown Rockford. This is a live look in front of the federal courthouse. Both pro-life and pro-choice supporters are making their voices heard. Nikel Delgado spoke with people on both sides of the issue about what this means moving forward.
It's a joyous occasion and we should celebrate, but at the same time, we shouldn't forget that there's a lot of work to be done, especially here in Illinois.
Director of Communications with the Rockford Family Initiative, Daniel Preble, says while overturning Roe v. Wade is a win for families, their work isn't done.
This will cause more people to come to Illinois from neighboring states for abortions.
Abortion rights is a very polarizing topic. Local attorney Sarah Davey calls this a sad, dark day, telling me this decision will hurt the next generation.
The Supreme Court has handed this decision back to the states and state representatives to determine whether women have a fundamental right to their own lives.
Her biggest concerns is more women will die from being forced to give birth, adding there are many reasons why a woman chooses to terminate a pregnancy, and it's her decision, no one else's.
I don't think the government has any business forcing any person to risk their life for another. It's always by consent.
Preble tells me his goal is to not only change laws, but change the hearts of those in difficult situations, showing them there are other options for their child.
It might be difficult at the time, but you'll be so thankful. There are so many women that we know that, you know, they chose to abort their child and they're scarred for life. Encourage everyone to continue to stand up for what's right and fight for the right to life.
That was Nikel Delgado reporting. Scott's in next with sports.
He'll join us live from Auburn High School, where the Fred Van Vliet experience has begun.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
This is where it's all happening tonight and this weekend. The field house at Auburn High School, because the Fred Van Vliet experience is back, folks, after a 2-year hiatus because of COVID. In previous years, it was held downtown at the UW-Wisconsin Health Sports Factory, but now it's back at Auburn, and it's fitting. It's a bit nostalgic because this, of course, is where Fred developed into such a great basketball player. The doors have just opened here a few minutes ago. Fans are already in here. Some of the kids playing some of the many interactive games right now. The event will run until 9 o'clock tonight. Fred recently told me that this fan fest of his is one more way he can give back to the community and reconnect with his hometown.
Being from here and
You know, growing up in Rockford, I carry that with me every day, and so it's important to me to do what I can. You know, I don't really overstretch myself too much, but I still try to do my part, and I think just try to be one of the leaders that step up and do a little bit and encourage everybody else to do a little bit, and I think we'll be able to raise the level.
Now tonight around 7:30 there will be a three-point shooting contest and a skills competition that takes the place of the old slam dunk contest. Those events will be held in the main gymnasium here at Auburn High School. Now there is an admission charge tonight if you want to come down here, $5 at the door. All right, let's focus on the Bulls for a little bit right now. They had a big night last night with the NBA draft. Most NBA experts say the Bulls drafted Arizona guard Dalen Terry too early at number 18. But the Bulls are happy with the pick, and so is Terry.
I feel like I fit in perfectly, man. I'm a lengthy guard that's willing to do anything to win. Honestly, I watched so much DeMar DeRozan this year. It's crazy.
I think he fits the kind of makeup that we want to bring in. He's a tough kid. He's competitive. He brings a winning spirit.
Kofi Coburn of the Illini did not get drafted, but the Utah Jazz have signed him to play for their summer league team. After that, they could sign him to an NBA contract or a two-way contract, and that would allow him to play for their G League team. So he has nothing guaranteed as of right now. Big news here, ESPN reporting that the Blackhawks will make Montreal Canadiens assistant Luke Richardson their next head coach. Richardson has been with the Canadiens the last 4 seasons. He used to be the head coach in the AHL with Binghamton. Richardson was a defenseman in the NHL for 21 years. A formal announcement by the Blackhawks will be made next week. That's it for now from Auburn High School. We'll be right back.
We've had another hot, sunny day, but we really could use some rain out there. We might get in on a little bit tomorrow.
We might get a little bit of rain, but it's not really a whole lot, at least not really to put much of a dent into the drought conditions that we're experiencing. We did have clear skies here this afternoon, this evening. That continues into the night tonight as temperatures fall all the way down to the 70-degree mark. Those clear skies showing up there on the first floor interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass and more. The rest of the weekend, we do get that chance for showers and storms coming starting tomorrow morning. It's early in the mornings when those start. We get a little bit of a break for the afternoon, then some isolated showers, maybe some thunderstorms, some strong to severe possibly as well. We dry back out though for the middle of the week. Temperatures remain a little bit lower than where they should be for this time of year, but we're back into the 80s and 90s as we head toward the back half of the week and next weekend.
Thanks, Jordan.
And thank you for spending time with us. Stay safe.